Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you for joining me today. Today I have a box tutorial that it was originally designed to hold 3x3 cards, which was this one here, and then I decided I was going to make the sizing slightly different and had a bit of a eureka moment when I realised that actually this would be perfect for my lovely customers around the country who are soap makers and who want boxes for their soaps. And actually I wasn't planning on filming this video just yet. But I posted on my Facebook page that I'd had this eureka moment, forgot to add the photographs, and readers were saying, oh, where's the pictures? So I showed a picture of this one here, which was my original, and it was quite popular, so I was asked if I could film the video. So you can't see it so well on this one. This, like I say, was the original design, but I decided I wanted to make it a bit fatter to be able to hold more 3x3 cards, and so I came up with this version here, which could hold 3x3 cards, but it is actually holding a beautiful handmade soap. And this is made by Jocelyn, who's one of my downline. She owns Frog Valley Artisan Soaps, and this is one of hers, so I popped that inside to show you. And this box, same size on the front, so it's 3.5 by 3.5, but this is I can't remember how many inches this is now. It's 2 inches, I think. So 1.5 or 2, excuse me, streets. 1.5 inches. Look at it. This is what happens when you prep your videos the night before and then come to film them 24 hours later. But it will hold, basically, it's going to hold a good size soap. And obviously by the fact that you lovely ladies who make handmade soaps and that perhaps don't use the cutting machine, the tank, and you're cutting by hand, you want to have a little bit of extra movement if need be, or perhaps you want to wrap them in tissue or what have you. So I'm going to show you how to make this box here today. So that was my original, slightly shallower to hold 3x3 cards, and as you can see, that's how it opens. I'll show you again on this one. Hopefully the lighting, it's early evening here, so we're hitting twilight. That's how it opens. If I tilt it sideways, and that's where your soap would go, and obviously that little gap there is perfect for soaps to be able to breathe. Right, let me stop waffling, move that out of the way. And I'm going to bring in my scoring tool. I will, as always these days, give you the measurements in imperial and metric. I'm going to do this on some scrap card stock just for now, just to show you the scoring. It is really, really easy. The cardstock measures 11.5 inches by 6.5, and if you were going to do this in metric, you would go for very slightly different sizes. It's 28.5 by 16 centimetres. So just very, very slightly shorter, but basically you'll end up with a very, half a millimetre different box. So the first score line is at 1.5 inches, then 3, 5, 6.5, 8.5, whoops, 8.5 and 10, which in metric is 3.5 centimetres, 7 centimetres, 12.5, 16, 21.5 and 25. And then turn it around, so this is now with the 6.5 inch side across the top. Score it at 1.5 and 5, and in metric that is 3.5 and 12.5. So that's the scoring done. Move the scoring tool out of the way, try not to drop it on the floor. I would normally say come along and do all your folding now. I'm not going to do that because I have got one that I've set up already. What you do need to do is cut out a couple of bits. So you cut off 2 of the top little squares. Neater than that. Good job, this is scrap. And the same on the opposite side. And then come along and cut all of these. And the same on both sides, and so that's the snipping and the cutting. So you end up with that, which I've already folded and burnished along the score lines. You've seen me do it before, so I won't do it again. Actually, what I forgot to say earlier, if you're using a British A4 piece of cardstock, so sorry guys in America, you'll have to use your 12 by 12s. What you're left with after you cut it down, you're left with that bit on one side and then a tiny little sliver off the top. You've taken off half a centimetre. Hang on to that bit. Right, you can obviously see that this isn't the lovely Venetian Romance or that soft colour. We're using Gingham Garden. So I would suggest putting your designer series paper on before you start cutting and trimming, start sticking the box together. And it appears that actually I've measured that up wrong. How have I managed to measure that wrong? I'm not sure. How many inches should that be? That ought to be do you know what? It's because I'm doing it in the wrong, trying to stick it to the wrong place. I need to stick it to there, not the top. I'm not going to go back and refilm this. You can just laugh at this in the bloopers. Anyway, with your heavy duty glue, please don't leave comments about what a fool I am. Or maybe do. You can see I'm human. This is the point you want to put it at, because we're sticking that bit down. I'm just probably going to giggle through the rest of this video now. Anyway, put your designer series paper on there. I can't remember what it measures at. Oh, I'm going to have to get that ruler back out again, aren't I? That measures 3 1/4 inches by 3 1/4 inches. Because this gap here is 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. I think I'll quit now. No, I'll carry on. Right, you need to fold it against the score lines again. Because this is the hinged bit. If I bring this back in here, this is the bit that's going to go in and out. Sorry, in and out like that. So you need to, you know, give it a bit of flexibility and just, you know, help it along its way. Right, now we're going to close up the box. So we know this is the front, so we want these bits here to wrap around the front. So what you need to do, we'll start at the top, that's probably easiest. With a liquid glue, don't be using anything like sticky strip where you haven't got, you know, where once it's stuck, it's stuck. So the top one, you're making the lid of the box, which is this side here. So just hold it in place for a second. Same over there. And then this part here is up inside that section there, so that needs to stick to what is going to become the base. So I put some glue on that section so you can see how it's beginning to fold together. So we've now created this part, and I'll do the opposite side as well. Just hold that for a few seconds, and then what we're going to do now is fold the front around. So that's why you want these bits here at the front to stick down last, so that you've just got a smooth finish for the front of the box, so that it just, you know, it'll flow round then. And the same over here. And that there is the box made. Now obviously you want to be able to open it. The first one I made, I put one of our glimmer brads and I cut a little circle out. I decided I wanted to put some ribbon. So I've got a hole punch. You can use any kind of hole punch that you've got to hand. I'm just using one here that I've got that's got a little bit of reach to it. Pop a couple of holes in. And then I've got the matching Melon Mambo taffeta ribbon. It's probably easier to come from the back to the front. Just pull that through and then decide how much pulley bit you want on it. Just tie a little knot at the back, just so that, you know, obviously it's not going to pull through then. And snip it off. I've lost my scissors. So that's how, you know, obviously the box is going to open and close then. You know me, I like to stamp, so I've got a bit of Whisper White cardstock, Melon Mambo ink, and a beautiful stamp set. This is the Creatively Yours. Now it kind of bypassed me, although it's got the Stampin' Up logo for, you know, if you're making products that you're going to sell them, you obviously need to put that on. But it kind of, like I say, it kind of bypassed me because I don't really sell my products. I can't bear to let anything go. But I decided I was going to get it, and I love it. I particularly love this design, but actually I can now, the more I use it, the more I can see myself using it. So I've got the Just Made For You. Actually, I've got that in the wrong place. Need a bit more width for that. And I've got my scallop oval, because this one fits beautifully round it. So if I line that up, you can line the little scallops up around the little swirly bits. And then the bit of cardstock left over, I mean, you could use this for all sorts. You could use belly bands. I've now got the extra large oval. A couple of dimensionals on the back of this one. And pop that up on there. A couple more on the back of that one. And pop it on the front wherever you fancy. Untwist your ribbon, because mine's decided it's going to get all twisted, and then grab your set of 3x3 cards that you've sat and carefully prepped because you did everything last night. There's 6 little 3x3 cards in a matching gingham garden, and the little mini 3x3 envelopes, and they all fit absolutely perfectly inside there. And there's even room for some more if you wanted to, or for heavier embellishments. Closes up nicely, and a gorgeous gift. Or as I said before, you could put a soap in it. So I'm really pleased with that. I'm really quite pleased with my Eureka moment. Shame about the slight failing with forgetting where to place this, but I really do hope you like it. I hope you like the box, and I hope you can see the versatility to it. If you want to get hold of any of the products I've used, obviously you can get them through me. I'll leave all my details below, and I hope to hear from you soon, and I hope to see you on my Facebook page soon, because I'm going to actually go and post about my blooper now. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. Bye.